downtown Manhattan. It's a long way from Conception Harbor, Newfoundland, but it's the men of Conception Harbor who helped build this town.
A bunch of fish, call them cowboys of the skies, brother, call them what you wish. If the measure of a man is in the things he leaves behind, I'll take an iron working man every time.
If you walk by the new tower they're building at the World Trade Center and look up, chances are that many of those hard hats belong to Newfoundlanders. At the top of the third tower of the World Trade Center, the Fish Gang is preparing to raise Derek A. Newfoundlander Willie Quinlan yells instructions as 22 tons of steel is jacked up 2 stories. John Costello is doing what his great-grandfather did 80 years ago. If there's an ironworking dynasty, it is the Costello family.
There's been a long history of Costellos in New York, and they've all, especially the ones that are working in the city now, are all very well known and very good workers. And I came into the business about 5 years ago, and my father had a very good name in the business and was well liked, as well as my uncles. And, you know, it meant a lot to me to be a good worker and to, you know, prove that I belonged.
Up in the 110-foot mast is John's cousin, Jerry. He's one of 6 Costellos on the site, and like the others, has always assumed he would be part of this elite raising gang. These are the men who drive the building higher into the sky. They get the glory, the money, and burn out the fastest.
I mean, how high up are we?
32 stories.
It doesn't feel that high.
No, it doesn't.
Did you work up there on the...
Yeah, me and Willie worked there.
It was 16 years ago, and the World Trade Center was Jerry Costello's first job. He lied about his age to get it. There he was, a 17-year-old kid and perched on a beam 60 stories in the air. Danny Doyle, one of 26 Newfoundlanders on this site, would tell you it's still a tough job, for which you need plenty of brute force.
Watch your head.
What's the order? How does the building come up?
Okay, this is basically the raising gang. Our job basically is to set iron.
And to do that, Danny works the bull stick, which maneuvers 7-ton steel columns into place. Then the men known as connectors bolt them together. They're Newfoundlanders too. And the Canadian connection goes further. The steel they are setting is Canadian manufactured, and it's a Canadian construction company building this 48-story tower.
Well, would you explain to me one thing? Okay, the work you're doing, how do you communicate? How do you know where to put that beam?
Oh, you just know. After a while, you know the iron.
Knowing the iron requires careful teamwork and split-second timing. This steel girder is being raised by a derrick operator stationed 10 floors below.
There she goes.
A bellman on the working deck communicates with him through a series of bells and lights to jockey the girder toward a connector standing on a foot-wide beam. He grabs a ton of steel and secures it with a single bolt.
It seems to me, Danny, that those guys who are out there have got to trust you a heck of a lot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really? I mean, it's my job that I have to watch them all the time because, they're connecting the beast. I can only give it to them. And as you can see, my fellow workers are just so enthused in my interview with all of you.
Being an iron worker is a combination of brawn and beer. Buildings to put up and an image to keep up.
This is an act. You got to put this on in order to be a steel worker, right?
So, yeah, walk around like, get to walk around, yeah.
This is part of the deal?
Oh, sure, and sometimes down the street you hear them whistling at all the girls. Now, if you took their hat off and put their red street clothes on, they'd never say nothing. Well, if the girl turned around and said something back to them, they'd probably just pass right out, But...
This will never be a safe job. Accidents go with the territory. So far, there have been 10 on this site. But even a 7-ton column swinging in a 35-mile-an-hour wind doesn't stop the Fish Gang. Pushing them is Willie Quinlan. He was off 4 years after a fall broke his back, legs, and arms. But he's working again. John Costello is also back after breaking his leg on this job. He's luckier than his 2 cousins who got out after falling 3 stories. This is still a risky business, especially when the weather's bad. 37 days have already been lost on this job. So they keep going, because when they lose days, everyone loses money.